I'm doing a good one today. Today I'm cooking for the family and making this creamy steak and tortellini dinner on the Blackstone. I tell you what, they absolutely just loved it. And it's not that difficult to put something like this together. That's the great thing about doing these kind of recipes. You can take away, you can add, you can change it up, make it yours 100%. I'm gonna show you how my family likes ours. So go on and fire up that Blackstone and get that thing heating up. We have a little bit of prep to do and we're gonna get to cooking. So let's start off with chopping up some parsley here. We're gonna use this as a garnish and just kind of a finisher at the end. Just kind of make it look pretty. Let's get that into a bowl real quick. Now, you know, I did say it's gonna be steak and tortellini. Well, gotta have steak. And I found these bad boys right here, marked down. Had to get them, had to get them. So let's get these opened up. And we're just gonna season them. Now, we are gonna cut these up later, but not right now. These are three pretty nice sized steaks right here. Me personally, I mean, you can cut back on the steak a little bit if you want to, but I like a lot of meat in my pasta dinners or whatever dinner. I'm a meat person. We're gonna season this stuff up. Now I got this Kinder's Woodfired blend. It is a smoky salt, pepper, garlic blend. I think that'll be perfect for what we're doing today. So we're just gonna go on here and just give this steak a little seasoning. Just kind of let it work its way in. It's kind of sweat its way in, I guess you'd say, while that griddle's heating up. Give it a flip. Let's do this other side. That is some pretty steaks, y'all. Look at that. Got a good deal on these. I really did. It's hard to pass up a good deal when you see one like this. Good enough. Don't really want to over season it because we got some more seasonings and just flavors we're going to add to this whole dish. So we don't want one to overpower the other. So just kind of go with lightning on seasoning, but use whatever seasoning you like. As a matter of fact, let me know what you use. But right now, that is it. So let's go check on that griddle, see if it's ready to cook. Come on. Well, I'm seeing that white smoke, and you know exactly what that means. It means it's time to put some groceries down on this griddle. Instead of some oil, I'm going to throw down some butter. I'm gonna put down a good bit of butter. We're gonna sear up them steaks in this butter. You know why? Because butter is better. The only thing better than butter would be bacon grease, and I just didn't happen to have any. But let's reach around here and grab up these three beautiful steaks right here. Let's get them going. Oh yeah, love that sizzle. Love it. There we go. Our steaks are going. Now, I'm gonna cook these steaks to about a medium rare-ish. That's where I like them at. Where do you like yours? Please don't say well done. Now, I'm telling you right now, some steaks up on this Blackstone, now that's the way to start a meal. Now, when cooking steaks on the Blackstone, you want to flip them every now and then. You don't want to just cook on one side. Man, look at that. And this steak here might take a little while. It's thick. But look at that. Beautiful. That is pretty. I mean, look at how beautiful these are turning out already. Oh yeah, and I wish you could smell the way they're smelling out here right now. That butter with that seasoning, it smells really, really good out here right now and looking even better. Now I fish to flip these things again, but before I do, I'm gonna throw a little more butter down here on the griddle. Get this stuff something to cook in. And just give it more flavor, all around flavor. Just like that. Man, that butter's gonna add such a great flavor to that seasoning. These steaks are gonna be good. They're gonna be even better when we mix them in with everything else. And another flip. And just look how beautiful and juicy these steaks are turning out. But I'm curious of where they're at. So let's just check them out here with our handy dandy probe. It's about 120. That's about 120. Yeah, this one over here has got a little more. It's kind of behind because it's a lot thicker. It's about 110. So it's getting close to where I want to be. I want to be around 125, 130-ish, kind of when I pull them. So we're going to chop them up and put them back on. So they'll cook a little bit more before we're done. Let's see where we're at now. I had to break out my other thermometer. I got where I couldn't read that other one too well. As you see, that's about 116. Let's see where this one's at. Oh yeah, that one there. We need to pull that one now. And that one too. Let's reach around here. Grab up our cutting board. We'll go ahead and pull these two off. And kind of just let them sit here and rest while this one finishes up. It won't be long on this other one. And just like that, this one here is ready to pull. Man, look at the juices running out of them things. So let's set them over here and let them rest for a little bit. Because it is now time to start doing more stuff. The tortellini that I have is not frozen. If you did frozen, you kind of need to go ahead and start on that already. Have them on the griddle, I mean, already. But these here are not frozen, so basically we just got to kind of heat them up. So these are the cheese tortellini. And yep, I'm going to throw them in all that butter and goodness from that steak right there. Open this other side up. I love cooking tortellini dinners on the Blackstone. Love it. So let's get all this mixed in together with all the goodness from that steak. Kind of help deglaze the griddle a little bit. Yeah, we might have too much steak. It's kind of like having too much bacon. I really don't think that's a thing, but we'll use what we have. So let's spread that out. What we're going to do is kind of get a little water. We're not going to kind of, we're going to. Just let that tortellini steam and get to cooking. Just doing its thing. Oh yeah, all that flavor from that steak is already on that tortellini. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. So now that tortellini's been going for just a little bit, kind of getting nice and tender, these steaks are ready. Look how beautiful these steaks are right here. Look at that juice, y'all. Go ahead and just cut into one to show you. Look at that, perfect. That is just what I like. You know I gotta try a piece of it. Oh yeah, that's spot on. I kind of hope we don't eat all the steak. I'm gonna sit there and just eat it. But what we'll do is just cut it up like this. Now you can leave it in the strips, or what I'm gonna do is kind of just cut the strips in half. So let's get all this steak cut up so we can finish cooking it up. And just like that, all this steak is cut up. And that is a lot of steak, but it's time to head back over to the griddle and finish this whole thing up. Come on. Okay, the steak is cut up. Y'all check out this tortellini. I mean, look right here. Char it up a little bit, but that's that flavoring off that steak is what that is. So, we need to add stuff. I'm gonna add some little grape tomatoes. You can use the flavor bombs, cherry tomatoes, whatever. Had a pretty good deal on these. I'm just gonna throw them in there, let them start blistering up. Popping open. I love tomatoes on the griddle. Absolutely love it. Looks really dry right now, dude, don't it? But trying to say it looks really dry right now, don't it? But sometimes I stumble over my own words. Words are hard. Words are hard sometimes. But yeah, this is kind of dry right now, but it won't be for long. Sure won't be. So now what I want to do now is just let this thing sit for just a few minutes. I think I'm gonna add some water to it while I'm just thinking about it. Kind of get some steam going there and just help these tomatoes do their thing, cook down and bust open. That's what I want. I want them just where they just release their flavor. So spread that out and let that cook for just a few minutes. Now these have been going for just a few minutes now. I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes. Hadn't been real long. But they're starting to soften up and kind of blister just a little bit, so I know they're getting close to where I want them. So it's time to really add some flavor. I got some roasted red bell pepper strips. Now you can get the regular roasted bell peppers or whatever you want to do. I love adding these in also. There's gonna be a lot of red in this recipe, isn't it? You get some green bell peppers, whatever you want to add. About half a jar maybe of that. Let's mix all that around. That roasted red bell pepper really is gonna add a lot of flavor to this. Let's see, what else? What else? Garlic, jarlic, if you will. Grab my spoon back over here. Y'all, I had this in the refrigerator, figured I'd use it up. So I'm gonna add a good heaping tablespoon and then some. Because you can't have enough garlic. It's kind of like baking a steak. Them three things you can never have enough of. And I'm probably missing a few other things, but I know them three things you never have enough. But that really got it smelling good out here now. So now that we have them roasted red bell peppers in here and that garlic. Yes, sir. We're gonna let that cook for just a little bit more longer before we add anything else now. And I'm telling you right now, it's already looking good and smelling. Oh man, that garlic out here, and I had that steak seasoning on it, tortellini. It is smelling amazing out here right now. So now that this has been cooking, I don't know, for just a little while, and the tomatoes are starting to blister really good, and red bell peppers are smelling up something. That garlic, oh, that garlic, y'all. Let's spread it out. Grab our steak. Be careful though. Be careful because that juice is just running everywhere. Now I don't know how much steak I need. I'm just gonna add probably about half of this in there. Mix that up and see where it takes me. That looks like a good bit of steak right there. I think I'm gonna be good with that because I will eat the rest of that steak. So now remember I said this is gonna be a creamy tortellini and steak, or steak and tortellini. Gotta have the cream part, so grab up some cream cheese. That's right, cream cheese on the Blackstone. And we're just gonna add that in there. Now this is already kind of, is it room temp if you're outside? It's just it's warmer. It's not cold, I guess you say. Grab up some baby spinach also. We're gonna throw a bunch of this in there. This is completely optional. I love baby spinach, love it. And now another one. Heavy whipping cream. Grab that up. That's right, heavy whipping cream. We're just gonna pour this in here, like so. And this, along with that cream cheese, is gonna make it so good. But y'all, we gotta have some seasoning too, so I got some Italian seasoning here. We're just gonna mix a bunch of this in with it. And let's get to mixing this all together. You see how that heavy whipping cream is kind of working together here and doing its thing. We're gonna break up this cream cheese. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good right here, y'all. And once this lettuce wilts down, we'll be pretty much ready to take it up. Close that back up back there, y'all. All right, we gotta add one more bit of flavor and some roasted garlic and herb right here. Add a little more flavor. This thing's just gonna be flavor on top of flavor on top of flavor. But look at how good this is turning out. When I said it's gonna be creamy, yes sir, I meant creamy. So now we got that all mixed in. We gotta take it up and finish it up. So let's slide everything over to the side here. Grab up our handy dandy cutting board and a big old plate right here. And I'm not gonna use these spatulas to take this stuff up. No, sir. It's just not gonna work. I'll grab my big scoop here. I love my big scoop. I used it the other week on some fried rice, or hibachi, I should say. Stir fry, whatever it was, I used it. But it makes getting stuff like this off the griddle so much easier. And there we go. Look at that. We got a few more things to do and we're gonna be digging in. Come on. Now you could go ahead and call this done, but I'm not. We're gonna top a little Parmesan cheese. And I guess you could do that on the griddle if you wanted to. We're just gonna hit some Parmesan cheese right there on top though. Make it nice and pretty. And then remember that chopped parsley we did at the very beginning? Well, we need it now. Little chopped parsley everywhere. And of course, a post dust is a must. I gotta find it though. Found it. I'm gonna use this roasted garlic and herb as a post dust. And y'all, there it is. There it is. Y'all got to see this up close. Y'all just check out how beautiful this looks with them tomatoes and all that. Just flavors, just flavor on top of flavor with all that steak. Yes, sir. There's going to be some good eating. I say we try it out. Not bad for a quick weeknight meal, is it? You know, we got to try it out now. We get tortellini, get one of these tomatoes. Just get a little bit of everything on there. There's a little bit of everything right there. Ooh. Y'all, that's, as the kids say, well, it might be old now, but bussin'. Dang, it's good. This is so good. Man, just got some of them red pepper, them roasted bell peppers in there. They just hit me in that flavor of that tomato. Even the dogs want some. Listen. Anyhow, try it out. Let me know what you do different. I honestly don't think you need to do anything different. This is really good. So I'm going to take this inside, let the family dig into it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, share. Thumbs up. Thumbs down twice if you didn't like it. And we'll see you next time. Y'all check this out.